Hey guys, before we get started with the video, I wanted to do something real quick. I wanted to send another happy birthday out. This one's going out to my very first subscriber and also my biggest fan. Mom, happy birthday and thank you for all you do. I hope you have a blessed week and I'm glad we got to celebrate this weekend. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mike and I go by Big Mike Flipz on this channel because I love to buy things from all over the place and flip them, resell them online. For those of you that have been watching my videos, you'll notice a little something different. You don't see those big photography boxes behind me. I actually made some changes. I bought some smaller lights. I sold the two ones you always saw on the right and left of my head. I actually sold those on Facebook Marketplace just to try and extend out my marketplace footprint there. I sold them for $50. I think I had about 120 into the set of three. I kept the boom one, the one that goes over top. But as you guys can see, I replaced the table, white table that was here. I moved it, and here is my new shipping station. It's a antique dresser with my scales on top, and I've got the tape and stuff down there. So this is now kind of my shipping prep area as well as my listing area. So from now on, you won't see the big boom lights behind me, and I'm actually going to try and find something to put on the wall back here to give a little decoration. So with that said, this is the last episode of the February $5,000 goal that we had, that stretch goal that I set. As you guys know, I was really stretching to kind of try and reach that. In the first three episodes, we had third week, we had a huge snowstorm across the United States. So that really hindered my sales. I had 2 days that I had zero sales. It was actually a little more than 2 full days. But that was pretty crazy because out of the last 60 days, that's the only 2 days I didn't have any sales. So those 2 days hurt me pretty bad. But overall, we still had 18 items sell in that short week of last week. So before I get started, as you guys know, I'm going to track the dollar amount up here in this corner and let you follow along as we go toward that $5,000 goal. Okay, so now the first item that we have for sale is the Green Beret Gi Joe. This is a year 2000 Gi Joe, one of the 12-inch ones. This is a Vietnam War 61 through 75 Soldiers of the World, not a Gi Joe, but it's a Gi Joe light. So anyway, that gross sales was $30.42. And that was that one I've had for about a year, and it was this is one of those that actually has the little Walmart sticker or Kmart sticker on it. I think it was $7.95. So it just shows that some things can appreciate, just about anything can. Okay, so the next item is actually a Bible. It's called the Desire of Ages. I believe this is a youth Bible. And this guy I ended up getting for free from a relative. They had a bunch of leftover books and stuff. So I listed this on eBay instead of Amazon. As you guys know, I started listing a lot of things on Amazon. I'll do some updates in future videos on that. But this guy sold on eBay for $14.77 total cost with shipping and tax and everything. The actual profit on that's probably around $7. Okay, so the third item is actually a beige Coach purse. And I think I got this guy for like $5 in a local Facebook purchase. I bought several Coach purses. Most of them were in really good shape. This guy actually had some stains across, markings and stains across the sides and the bottom. It was still in really good shape, but I didn't want to take the chances on how to clean it. I probably need to research and see what you're supposed to do on cleaning. At some point I may do that, but for this one, I just threw it out there. I think I put it out there for like $9.99 and plus shipping, and total out the door was $21.45. All right, so the fourth item that sold, and this actually sold on the February 24th. The other item sold on the 23rd. This item is a Chilton's repair book. And this is one of those manuals that you used to get all the time. Auto mechanics would get them, or if you buy a special type of car and you want to work on it all the time. This one's a Mustang Cougar 1965 to 1973. This is actually, the Mustang you see on this picture is actually my childhood favorite car. It's the one I've always wanted my entire life. It's a convertible Mustang, and it's a beautiful car. But anyway, this guy, I picked this up at an estate sale. I think I've got about 50 cents into it. And I was able to sell this guy for, I think it was $14.99. With shipping and tax out the door was $25 and a penny. All right, and the next item is another one of those Walking Dead items that I picked up in the Mother's Day haul last year. I got this guy obviously for $2, as you guys have seen 1,000 times in my videos. This one is Morgan's, let's see, what is it? Morgan's Walking Dead. What is that? Oh, it's the Series 8 AMC of The Walking Dead. It just shows Morgan on it, and it's got a zombie beside him. But anyway, this guy sold for $20.26 with shipping and tax included. All right, and this next sale is actually a Facebook sale. I think I had 4 or 5 total Facebook sales in the last week of February. It actually helped boost my sales quite a bit. I did start listing on Amazon as well, but I wanted to get these things out there. These are the Hover Infinite shoes that I picked up at Goodwill. I think they were $4.99. They might have been $9.99. But these are the ones I thought my wife might want, but she did not. She ended up passing on them. So I just wiped them off a little bit because they were literally brand new. They looked like they had not been worn maybe more than once or twice. Wiped them off and sold these guys for, I think it was $34.99 plus shipping and tax. Total out the door was $42.45. Okay, and the next item is also on the 24th, another pair of shoes that I sold on Facebook Marketplace. And I did the shipping on all these items. I didn't do these, both the shoes were shipping. So the buyers paid, I think it's like, they have a 1 to 2 pound rate, which is like $9, I think. Facebook is really kind of odd right now on their shipping rates. But anyway, I sold these a little bit less than I probably would have sold them for on eBay, but I wanted to get the transaction fast. $45.78 out the door. I think I've got $4.99 into these from the Goodwill Pickup a couple weeks back. All right, and the next item is actually a Crash Bandicoot Twin Sanity PS2 game. Picked this up at, I believe this was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. And Goodwill has raised the prices on all their games. I want to say it was either $4.99 or $5.99. So it's really hard to make profit on some of these games unless they're really highly collectible. Either way, I still made money on this. Out the door was $18.58. And, only took a couple weeks to turn over. All right, this one's actually a pretty cool item. This one, I was very surprised. I was at an estate sale probably 3 or 4 months ago, and a lady had a ton of glassware. And anytime I see glassware like this is where it has alcohol. It's Gentleman Jack. It's kind of a couple little whiskey glasses. These guys were still in like a container that was the original container you buy them in. And it was a little worn down, so I ended up tossing that. I asked the lady, I said, how much do you want for these Jack Daniels glasses? And she said, how about 50 cents? And I said, I handed her $1 and she gave me 50 cents back. So she wanted a quarter a piece. So, which is really a steal for these kind of glasses. But these ended up selling for $26.50 with shipping. So a huge profit on that. I was blown away. I had them for maybe 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. I can't remember the exact date, but I do remember picking these up. I was very surprised at the price. Okay, this one people laugh about all the time. This one actually, it's an iPhone 8 box. It actually sold on the 26th. And this is just like a 64 gigabyte black iPhone 8 box. And it's got some of the materials. I think I had like the little iPhone, the Apple sticker and a few other little things in there. But I listed it as box only. These things do sell. People sell them all the time. I've sold probably a dozen in the last year. This one sold for $10.64 with shipping and tax. And I've got 50 cents into it. So not a huge profit, but you figure it's like $5 profit at least to do almost nothing. I ended up getting 4 or 5 of these type boxes for free at a yard sale. The people were like, you can just have the boxes. So always try to pick those up if you can and try to flip them. The newer the box, the more they're worth, obviously. So iPhone 8s are what, 3 or 4 generations back now. So those aren't going to bring as much profit. If you've got an iPhone 11 box, you potentially could sell that, who knows, $30, $40, who knows? You just have to check eBay. Okay, so this one is actually one that I picked up in the Mother's Day sale pickup as well. This one actually has a bunch of autographs to the guy that I picked all these up from. It actually says it's all the Crazies actors. They ended up signing the actual disc hard case. So I ended up listing it. I thought, I could clean off all the autographs or clean off the to part where they put his name. But I just figured I'll leave it as is, see how it works. Ended up selling this. I think I started at $49.99. Ended up taking an offer for $29 or $19.99, and with shipping and tax and everything, it was $26.65. So not a bad flip at all. But this is one of those things. It just shows also you can sell even if it has somebody else's name on it, as long as there's autographs and stuff. They're very highly collectible items. Okay, so this next item is actually a set of Philips Hue. I think it's 1 or 2 light bulbs and the docking station that you have to get with the when you hook them up to your Wi-Fi system. I picked these up in our neighborhood Facebook site for, I think it was $10. I had these out there for a long time. I would really be cautious if you guys pick these up, because what's happening is all the different providers of these light bulbs and light bulb systems, they're coming out with new ones like every 6 months to a year. So I guess unless somebody wants the older models, they're not going to be buying these as often. So I still ended up making a good bit of money. I think probably cleared like $10 or $12 profit, but it was nowhere near what they actually cost when you look at them on Amazon. So this Philips Hue set was $31.89 with tax and shipping included. Okay, so this next item is another Facebook sale. I was very excited about this one because I had these listed on, as well as the shoes. If you guys go, the shoes and this, on my eBay platform, I'd had those things listed for weeks, several weeks. The pants, these sets of 3 pants, I think I had listed for well over a month. And each of those items had somewhere between 10 and 30 views. You can actually see how many people have viewed your item. The shoes alone on Facebook, the Hover Infinite shoes, I think I had 1,200 views in like one day. The FootJoy shoes, several hundred views, and they sold within 3 or 4 hours. These pants had several hundred views. That's amazing to me, because I guess it just goes to show that the number of buyers that are on Facebook, potential buyers on Facebook compared to eBay, is exponential. And something about obviously the people are much more likely to be on Facebook than they are on eBay. Same thing, probably even more likely to be on Amazon. So if you're looking to sell your inventory, Amazon, eBay, Amazon, Facebook, and then eBay is probably the way you should go to look at. The most views are going to be on the Amazon side, Facebook, and then eBay is probably the least number of views. But anyway, these sold on Facebook, and I ended up getting a total of $44.94. These were given to me by a relative who's they only wore them like 2 times a piece, 2 or 3 times. They were literally almost brand new. It was my nephew. He grew out of them real quick. 2 pair were Hollister and 1 pair was American Eagle. And usually on jeans, I'm finding that you can probably get $10 to $15 on good quality jeans. But these were all the exact same size, so I listed them as a bundle to try and get rid of them really quickly, and it worked out really well, almost $45 total. And this next item is another Facebook sale. This is a Paw Patrol snuggle wrap. If you guys go back several episodes on my Goodwill hauls, not my Goodwill, my Dollar General hauls, I picked this guy up. I think it was $7.50. It wasn't as big of a flip as I had hoped, but I ended up putting it on Facebook as well as eBay. eBay, I had like 3 or 4 views, and on Facebook, it had dozens of views, and ended up getting an offer for $20.05 with shipping and tax included. So out the door, I'm going to end up making maybe $5 on that total. But it was a very quick, I'm really testing the Facebook market out and seeing how quickly you can turn things over. All right, and this next item is a Goodwill pickup. This is a swimming pool and I think sauna chip and dip combo that I picked up at Goodwill for, I believe it was $9.99. $9.99, but it still had a tag on the bottom of it to where the original retail price was $59.99. This guy ended up selling for $44.03. This was a kind of a stretch. I didn't know for sure if this one would sell, but it sure enough did, and it was a very successful sale. Speaking of that, here's another item. I thought when I purchased it, I've seen people do these before, but when I purchased it and I started looking at all the items and I counted them all out, I really got stressed because it's a very heavy item. It's a vintage Tinker Toy set, and it's a very heavy item, but I was worried that this may never sell. It ended up selling very quickly. It surprised me. I ended up listing it, I believe, for $19.99 plus shipping. Without the door, it was $30.10. But anyway, it was not quite complete, but it had a lot of pieces. And there was only, I think, if you look at the picture on the far left-hand side, those are the only pieces that were broken, which is extremely rare with Tinker Toy sets. So I think maybe the fact that there was so many pieces intact is the reason why it sold for such a profit. All right, and we have another Facebook sale. This is a set of Vans off the wall high tops. These guys were, I listed these both on Facebook and on eBay, and I was very surprised on these as well. I think these had over 1,000 views total. They sold, I ended up reducing the price several times. I had multiple people messaging me, asking me, would you take $15? Would you take $20? The surprising thing on eBay versus Facebook, eBay, you get a few messages. If you turn off offers, you don't get nearly, you might get a few messages a week if you turn off the offer setup. But Facebook is wide open right now. So they can literally message you all the time. And you can shut it off so it doesn't tell you on your phone when you get messages overnight. But you can get 10 people messaging you about an item. So it's really kind of hard to track things right now on Facebook. So I try to make sure I don't, if people continuously send very low prices, I just tell them it's still available. The lowest I could go is this. But anyway, these sold for $29 out the door with taxes, shipping. Actually, I think there was no taxes on it. It was $20 plus $9 shipping fee. Okay, and the very last item on the February sales. This was actually on the only sale on the 28th. And as you guys can see, my numbers are not there. I'm not quite to the 5,000 marker. This is a Blue Thunder monster truck, and it's a 1/32, I think, size. So it's about this, a little bit bigger. This is one of the Mother's Day pickups. I got a couple dollars into it, and there was a big sale. It sold within 24 hours. It sold for $43.71. But as you guys can see, that gives me a total of $3,219.61. So those 18 items were helpful, but the month was just tough. And I think, if you guys look at it, January and February are almost always really tough months because everybody has gone out and spent a ton of money in December. And if you look at it from the pandemic, people have been spending money online and probably bought a lot of stuff in the last few months of 2020. So this was probably a stretch goal, and probably a little bit too much of a stretch goal. In reality, I was thinking I would probably get closer to 3,500, but I didn't even hit that. So I'm going to really push in March and see if I can get the sales way up there. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you saw some things you can sell and things you can play with on your listings. Try Facebook out, try Amazon out. Let me know if you guys have questions on those platforms. I may do videos on how to list on those. But for right now, that was my goal, and that's the end of the episode. I appreciate it, everything you've done. Please hit the subscribe button. Only 75%, or about 20% of my actual views are coming from subscribers. 20 to 25%. So 75% of the folks that are watching this are not subscribed. So guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, and ring the notification bell so you can see when my next video comes out. Leave me a comment, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Be blessed.